Well, not a whole lot going on, so I guess I'll talk about X-Men 97 possibly spawning a revival for Spider-Man, the animated series, and then we'll get into some DCU stuff that's mostly just an update. Hey, look, it's what I got. So here we are bounding into comics, and that's about it. Maybe they'll do a revival of the 90s Spider-Man, the animated series, which I did enjoy at the time. Again, Batman the Animated Series blew all this out of the water. But as Marvel cartoons go for their characters, the Spider-Man show and the X-Men show is the best they've done, even now. Even though, I mean, yeah, there's some recent I haven't watched, but I never heard anything that says they're great. Or anything. So anyway, the article goes, according to a new whisper, Marvel Studios is looking to give the X-Men 97 to their entire 90s animated universe, starting with a similarly styled relaunch of the fan favorite Spider-Man the animated series. So, oh, look who crossed over. Yeah, they did that. So there's Spider-Man. Hey guys, what's up? Same old thing. Yep. The supposed insight into Marvel's awkwardly animated future. Those who have watched X-Men 97 will know what I mean. And as of taping, I haven't seen the third episode, which I've heard has a shower scene for Wolverine and Morph. Okay, well. Apparently it's not the real Wolverine. He's someone posing as Wolverine or something. I don't know. I'll watch and see what it does, and I'll let you know. But if that's the direction it's going, well, maybe just let's not do this Spider-Man cartoon either, you know. But anyway, the rumor was first provided to the public on March 24th, courtesy of Scooper and the Cosmic Circus reporter Alex Perez. Fielding questions regarding his insider Marvel knowledge from members of the Cosmic Circus public Discord server, Perez was at one point pressed by user Titan29 as to whether or not the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, the Fantastic Four are going to share continuity with X-Men Spider-Man again in X-Men 97. I do remember the Hulk cartoon. And some of the Iron Man, I don't even recall the Fantastic Four one. I think there's been a couple, though. Was that the one where they're in the white and blue outfit with the red thing where their number 4 symbol was in? I didn't really follow that one. So mostly it was Spider-Man and X-Men, and that's pretty much all I knew. There have been discussions about exploring a Marvel 90s animated universe, which would most likely be explored through X-Men 97 at this time. So it's very doable, and it would make sense, especially Spider-Man. You think they would be keen on that, depending on how successful X-Men 97 is. So here, however, despite X-Men 97 being the only confirmed animated project on Marvel's slate, Perez further noted that there is potential for more projects to be developed within this universe. The most likely candidate, of course, being a sequel series to Spider-Man the Animated Series. But this is still very early in development as an idea being tossed around. There are discussions about other revival series beyond Daredevil Born Again. What do you mean? That's the live-action show. Was there a Daredevil cartoon? I don't recall that. Must be mixing things up. And X-Men, because I guess, like series coming after the two that they have on the docket at the moment. I mean, Daredevil's on the way. X-Men's already on there. So I guess that's how he's saying it. He would later tell some set in the same universe as those projects. Obviously, I wouldn't expect Daredevil Born Again to be set in this universe. So anyway, as touched upon by Titan 29 above, aside from the Spider-Man animated series, there are a number of candidates Marvel could choose from for their next 90s revival. Not only are there the aforementioned trio of the Hulk, Iron Man, the Fantastic Four, but there's also Silver Surfer. Yeah, that was interesting, as they did try their best to adapt the Kirby look for Silver Surfer. And that's one of the things about this, and with the X-Men in '97, is that of trying to replicate the look of the show. So that would be interesting if they followed up on that, provided it's not ruined, which odds are, story-wise. So anyway, even if a Spider fan could dream for just a moment, the web crawler sci-fi heavy sequel series, Spider-Man Unlimited. Yeah, I don't want to see that. That was pretty bad. He goes to another planet. He's in this other outfit and all that, but no, it's no. Maybe they could have done a Spider-Man 2099 thing where it's in the future and all that, but they didn't. So, as far as reviving old shows, odds are they do this one again and not the animated series. But anyway, notably one factor that makes a Spider-Man revival more likely than any of the others, aside from the series' massive popularity, is that its lead voice actor, Christopher Daniel Barnes, is still actively working as a voice actor to this day, having most recently provided the voice for The Little Mermaid's Prince Eric, who he has voiced since his debut in the 1994 animated film in Disney's Dreamlight Valley and Disney's Speedstorm video games. So they haven't canceled him yet, huh? All right. Plus, not only is he still working, but he's also still actively providing animated Spider-related voices, bringing to life such characters as Electro, Spider Knight, Wolf Spider, and Disney's Ultimate Spider-Man. And, of course, the big question that looms over any possible revisiting of the Spider-Man the Animated Series continuity, will the Scarlet Spider finally get more screen time to shine? Yeah, I guess. Because it seems like similar to X-Men, they're just following up on old storylines. And since they're set in the past, makes sense some level. And on a slightly related note, Perez also confirmed that while the main MCU timeline is not connected to X-Men 97, it does exist within the MCU as part of the larger multiverse. Yeah. You kind of wonder if the Deadpool movie will have elements from that, and they might show up. But anyway, to this end, he explained that as for the introduction of X-Men and mutant kind, it's already been introduced in the main MCU with characters like Ms. Marvel and Namor. And they will continue to build it up as such. Yeah, well, whatever. So, it's just rumor stage at this point, but it makes sense that they would go for their biggest star, Spider-Man, and for the only series that was done, well, I was going to say recently, but since the 90s, was Spider-Man the Animated Series. And but then again, the only resistance to this is, well, how bad are they going to screw it up? So, but it makes sense that I certainly believe that there was discussion of it. Whether they'll do it remains to be seen. Meanwhile, over at DC, for the DCU, this is sort of a follow-up on a story I talked about some few videos ago, where the schedules changed up a bit, and there were some admissions from Gunn that the Peacemaker Season 1 is no longer canon. I was like, whoa. Well, that's interesting. But some elements will remain. So that's the interesting thing here is like, yeah, it's not canon, but many strands will remain consistent. So whatever they do for season 2, which will now precede Waller, originally Waller would come out before this one. But now Peacemaker will, I guess, be the first live action series, and will follow Superman, which he's now working on simultaneously between the two. So that means Waller would come later. Now, Waller, they still refer to it as the narrative is set up by the ending of season 1, where her daughter revealed her. So when it says, oh, some strands will continue, I guess you have to conclude that that's one of the strands, that she'll still be in that position uh, of having been exposed and have to counter that within her show. But there'll be some nods to what the Superman movie has brought about and that sort of thing, because it's all shared universe and whatnot. But it probably much ado about nothing ultimately. They just follow the plot points of her having been exposed and perhaps some sort of reunion with the daughter, and I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. And the rest stays pretty much as has been announced. You got the Lantern Show, which is primarily the main one that I'm interested in. So let's see how they pull that off. Green Lanterns meets True Detective. Is this they're going to be stuck on Earth? Hey, like season 1, will it take place mostly in my state and pretty much where I live? They didn't really shoot it here, and a lot of it didn't really look like here. But nevertheless, hey, can Green Lantern be in Louisiana? I don't know. Where they find the terrifying mystery. And some have thought, hey, is he going to adapt the center from Justice League New Frontier, the Darwin Cook comic book series, which was adapted into an animated movie, and all of that. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of nods to Kingdom Come. There's a lot of nods to that. So maybe that is something to consider, that this is leading to an ultimate confrontation of some sort for the overall DCU. So then Booster Gold comes along. People have odds that perhaps Chris Pratt might play the character. He could have made a good Booster Gold, because that would have been more in line than his Star-Lord, personality-wise. But he's much older now. Had that been done back then, probably would have been a no-brainer. But I don't know. I'm sure James Gunn would like to work with him again and all that. But anyway, still on the docket, unless Superman crashes and burns. And then the least interesting one is Paradise Lost. Hey, what's the problem here? Well, it's a Wonder Woman show with no Wonder Woman. Oh, you know how much I love superhero shows where the superhero isn't in it. Like all the Batman shows with no Batman, all the Superman shows with no Superman, or, some toned down Superman. But Booster Gold, he'll be in his show. Yeah, Green Lantern will be in his show, or their show with both of them. And Waller will be in her show. Peacemaker will be in his. But Wonder Woman? No, that's not her. It's probably her mother. Supposed to be Game of Thrones-ish as these Amazons battle for power at Themyscira or whatever, I guess. As far as the stories, I always known Hippolyta was always in charge, so I guess they'll, change that too. I don't know. They might be battling some mythological characters and stuff, but again, Wonder Woman show without Wonder Woman. So anyway, oh yeah, Creature Commandos, which would be the cartoon and all that, but which will come later this year. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. It's really nothing really changed here. It's just the lineup gets a little swapped, and Peacemaker will be coming sooner than thought, and is being shot at the same time, or developed or what have you. But no, shot, as Superman is. So, how about that? Gunn had already said he can't direct. If any, maybe he'll direct the first one or something, but not the rest. He's written the scripts for the show, but he's busy with Superman. So, a lot on his plate, but well, we'll see how that turns out. But anyway, there you go. That's basically all there is to that. So, talk to you again soon.